What if the Washington Capitals drafted Wright in the 2004 NHL entry draft? In the 2004 NHL entry draft, the Washington Capitals had 3 first-round picks, but only came away with 1 superstar player, and that was already a given. The first overall pick was a no-brainer. A baby could have made that pick. Alex Ovechkin was selected number 1 overall by the Washington Capitals and went on to be the face of the franchise. Mike Green was great for a while, but he was always plagued with injuries and was at times a defensive liability. Jeff Schultz is a waste of a first-round pick, considering the players that got picked after him. To make the Capitals fans feel better about the picks they made in the first round wasn't exactly loaded. A lot of the talent picked in this draft was picked later in the draft. What if the Washington Capitals drafted the right players in the 2004 NHL entry draft? How would this affect the team, the NHL? The answer is a lot. With the first pick, they will still pick Alexander Ovechkin, as he is still clearly the best player from this draft. You can make an argument that Malkin is a better overall player, but Ovechkin is a better pure scorer, and you can't find a better pure scorer in the game. With pick 27, instead of Jeff Schultz, the Capitals would select David Krejci. David Krejci would have immediately given the Capitals a number 1 center to pair with Alexander Ovechkin. With the 29th pick, the Capitals would select Pekka Rinne. This would give them the goaltender of the future. In real life, Pekka Rinne wasn't drafted until the 8th round, but at this point, in this redraft, Rinne is the best player available at this point, as this draft isn't entirely too loaded. The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim select Mike Green with the 39th pick because they are desperate for a defenseman. David Krejci is no longer available for the Bruins to select at pick 63, so they would select Johan Franzen there. With Johan Franzen gone at pick 97, the Detroit Red Wings select Ryan Callahan. New York Rangers missed out on stealing Ryan Callahan in the 4th round, but they get a consolation prize in Mark Streit. Nashville Predators missed out on their franchise goalie in Pekka Rinne, so they have to settle for Jannik Hansen at pick 258. Now that the Montreal Canadiens no longer have Mark Streit available to select, they would select Daniel Winnik at pick 262. Obviously, the team that improved the most is the Washington Capitals. They now have a core of Ovechkin, Krejci, and Rinne, which is way better than the core they drafted in 2004. Mighty Ducks of Anaheim and New York Rangers both got better as they added promising puck-moving defensemen. The Nashville Predators got way worse as they lost their franchise goalie in Pekka Rinne. Boston Bruins also got worse as Johan Franzen is no David Krejci. Had the Washington Capitals drafted Wright in 2004, the rest of the NHL would be in trouble. What if the New York Islanders drafted Wright in the 2000 NHL draft?